Hey everybody, final thoughts for Cosmoctopus. And I am a fan of Henry Audubon. He is the designer of Cosmoctopus, but also two of my favorite lighter games in the family weight series of games is Parks and Trails. And what he's done with Cosmoctopus, I think this is a Gateway Plus game, and this takes a lot of his, like, really, I don't know how to call it. I guess it's like he does these really clean designs, right? They're pretty smooth, they're pretty intuitive, and but this one ramps up the complexity over Parks and Trails. Now, I should say the parks expansions. When you add those expansions in, it definitely adds a lot more, a few more layers of depth to the game, if you will. Whereas I think in Cosmoctopus that's already built in, which I like. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the theme. I mean, it's fun and funny. The Inky Realm and stuff. It's got that the whole like Cthulhu thing, but doing it with the octopus. That's cool. I've never been like a Cthulhu type of guy. With investigators and that stuff. It doesn't really appeal to me, but they do it in such a like sort of like tongue in cheek way. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite theme, but it's not that bad of a theme. I'd rather play this honestly than an Arkham horror game. Those type of things aren't really my jam. But again, it's accessible, and as you saw, you're building your engine throughout. And as you saw too, the private investigator, there ain't no joke. Like they already had four, and I only had one tentacle. Now, the game really ramps up, right? I sort of called it right where it was because I did most of the actions that are available. But what it does after I basically built my engine up, and as you can see here, once I had these cards here, I started getting extra resources. And my next plan of attack was going to be this card here, where I'm going to get 3 extra stars. Include that here. So now I'm going to get 4 extra stars anytime I go to a four spot or star spot. So I would get 7 by jumping on here. And that's going to leave me now the stars. Oh, you know what? Excuse me. Wow, I still got that COVID cough, folks. The stars wouldn't have done me any good because the forbidden knowledge was really taken by the private investigator. So I should have been going after whispers or ink. Did I have any of those in here? No, I did not. So if you get the forbidden knowledge as a player, you're going to get 2 tentacles. So I only had 1; they had 4. That would have got me, at least closer to them. I didn't really cycle through these cards as much because one thing I noticed on my solo run through is like you really got to manage this because as you saw, they get resources fast. Now I did start on like what level was it? The second level where they start with 2. Now one time I did the 5 level. Yeah, that game ended so quickly. But when you start with the basic level 1, it's a lot more manageable. You have a lot more turns, right? So with the 2, starting at there, you saw how tough it was for me to, get my engine going before the private investigator started taking and started, grabbing more tentacles than me. Now, I should point out this too. Once they get their 5th one, you flip this over, right? So they're at 5. They have to get to 8, just like you do. But they also change. This is a really cool thing. There's a bunch of these in the box, or maybe like I don't know, 4 of them, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, you choose one at random. So let's see. This one would have been when the PI gains their 5th tentacle, flip this card. This is, the size of the card row is immediately increased from 3 to 5. So that's going to be even faster. So if this one had gone to 5, now the row's got 5 cards and they're going to get 5 resources per turn. So it's a way to, quick or speed up the end game, which is really neat. But these are all different. And this is just the one that I randomly chose for this game. So, excuse me, it's got a lot going on, more than something like Parks or Trails did, right? Those are pretty straightforward. This is straightforward, but it does have a bunch where you're trying to manage those resources. So, you know, it's cool that it has that limit of 8 resources, right? Per 8 per resource or 8 per card. So you can't just hoard a bunch of stuff and then start spending. You got to really manage your way in order to get those forbidden knowledge bonuses. This is cool too. I really like that they include one of these per game. So you have the standard ones here: get a resource or resources, get a card. Then you're going to choose one. Let me see where the other ones are right here. Excuse me. Um, this one, for instance, you go to this tile, you get 2 resources of the same type. This one is draw and keep the top devotee deck card. then gain a resource matching the card. Oh, that's cool. So you could have gone to the deck, grabbed the top card, you get it for free, and then, for instance, this one's a yellow, you get a gold coin. That's a cool one. I haven't played. Did I play with that one? No, I have not played that one. I played with the others. This is fun. Take all cards of the same type from a card row. So if this here, I could have taken these two ink cards, the black cards, if I landed on that spot. So yeah, that's one a cool little feature. Another cool thing, these cosmic bridges. They don't give this to you in the basic game. They just tell you the standard rules. This is like, the next level or whatever. So it's got that Pac-Man effect, so I can go from here to here. And what's really neat, folks, this is the standard layout, 3x3 grid. They give you a bunch of different layouts that you can do, like one that's like shaped like an S, another one's shaped like an X, and another one, which is really neat, I thought, was where you can have like disconnected sections. So in this case, this and this are not actually connected to each other. You can only get through them with a cosmic bridge, right? So you could go around and around in these four, but if you want to get to these five, you have to take the cosmic bridge over there. Really neat. I've been dying to play that one multiplayer because I think it'd be really neat. I did enjoy this better at multiplayer, to be honest. I mean, I like the AI. You know what? Okay, let's confession time. I like the multiplayer because I did better, and the PI, the private investigator AI, always kicks my butt. I've won once on the easy level, but once I get to level 2, 3, what was it? No, yeah, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, they just skip 4. The 5 is impossible in my opinion, but 2 and 3, and I was playing 2 here. I can't beat them. The closest I got, I think, is like 6 out of 8. The one, it took me a couple of tries as I got used to the game, but yeah, the one I was able to beat. But oh, folks, I just Cosmoctopus, I can't get you out of the inky realm. So a fun game is a family plus a weight game. I would definitely introduce Parks or Trails first to family or casual gamers, but this is something that casual gamers can pick up. Now there is, the iconography I think is pretty clear cut, and they do have a really good rule book, to explain everything here. But I feel like the decisions and whatnot are probably that next level. So this game does from the other games that I'm familiar with by Henry. Those games are like Trails is like 20 minutes, I think. Parks is like 30 to 60 or so. This one can go up to 90. So I think it's one of those games, for gamers like all y'all here watching on the Runthrough channel. This one I think you'll like. But if you're looking for a really heavy, crunchy Euro, this is not it. And if you're looking for something light to introduce to new gamers, this isn't either. It's got that sort of like that middle space covered where, you want something that's a bit more than, say, Ticket to Ride, right? But you don't want anything that's, I don't know, Mage Knight. I mean, it's pretty extreme. But you see what I'm saying there. But it's a terrific game, great production value. And again, if you're into the Arkham Horror stuff, hey, this is the game for you. And for those of us that aren't into Arkham Horror, this is also a game for you because Cosmoctopus is fun and funny. And cool little game. And I want to thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you later here on Rahdo's Runs Through. Bye, everybody.